Hi guys, I'm going to talk today about a Medford knife. Um, this is just a Medford box. I just wanted to have the box out here. You know, and this is just something that impresses me with Medford knives in general and Greg Medford in specific. I've spoken to Greg personally a couple of times, and he's just a great guy. He stands behind his stuff, and I really like his business card. It's neat. It's plastic. It's transparent, and he puts his personal cell phone number on there. And if you call his cell phone number, 9 times out of 10, he answers it. Or you can leave a message and he will call you back. So, just great guy. All his knives are made in the U.S. down in Arizona. Anyway, that's the box. That's the knife. This is Medford 187 DP, or drop point. This is the largest folding knife I own. And it is big. It is just overall length is 9.5 inches. Blade length comes in at just over 4.25, with a cutting edge of just right at 4 inches. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Now, a lot of people would say, okay, you got this thing. Now they're called the 187 because the blade stock is 0.187 thick, right? So you've got a 3/16 blade stock, which I can show you right here. So you've got, well, I'm getting 189, 188, 189. Still thick as shit. Very, very, very thick, very stout knife. This thing is just a tank. Now, I've had other Medford knives. I've had a Praetorian G, and I didn't care for it just because it felt, I don't know, cartoony. It didn't feel practical for carry. This I love. I carry this a lot. I've used it quite a bit. This is his Vulcan finish. It's not a PVD coated knife. It's kind of a flame treated. I don't know. I love it. It's very easy. I mean, the lockup, as you can see, is very early. It's very, very solid. No play in that at all. It's very smooth and consistent. The detent is very good. You can see the detent kind of just there. These have a little bit of a break-in period for the. You can see the little line right here where the trackball kind of, or where the detent ball kind of makes its track in the blade. The centering on it is very good. It's a great knife. I carry it because I like big knives. I do. I tend to, most of my carry knives are in the 3.5 inch range as far as blade length goes. It is heavy. I mean, it is a big, solid, heavy chunk of a knife. But I mean, ergonomically, I mean, it's got these cutouts jimping on the back of the back of the handle here, and it's got some jimping here on the spine of the blade. So your fingers kind of gravitate there. Now you hold on to this thing, and there's no hot spots. The pocket clip is very nicely formed, so you don't feel that at all. It just, it's very, very comfortable. You know you've got it in your pocket. There's no getting around that. Excuse my lanyard here. I do lanyards. I like leather versus paracord, but most of the time. I have a couple knives I use paracord on still, but it's not as thick this way as the Praetorian. The Praetorians are really, really, a very big knife. Honestly, in this direction, it's not even really as big as, say, let's use this for comparison, since everybody in the world seems to have one anyway. Oh, sorry. There is Spyderco Paramilitary 2. So, if you look at this here, and then let's set the PM2 right on top of it, you can see there's really, the PM2 is actually a little bit bigger as far as, where the top nub of that PM2 actually sticks out a little further. So, obviously the Medford is a little longer handle wise and blade wise if you put them next to each other, but that gives you a good size comparison. If you want to know, let's line them up pivot to pivot, how big this knife actually is. That's your size comparison. It's Paramilitary 2 versus the Medford. So, I mean, and weight-wise, this is probably half of what that is, if not a little less than that. But, the big thing I really like about these Medfords, I actually prefer his 187 series over some of his other knives, even the Praetorian and stuff. I think they're more utilitarian. They're more of a knife that feel like they're ready to work. And it's the little details. Like, if you look right here, there's a little round nub on both sides here for those blade stops to land in. And that same curved nub up here for those blade stops. So even with a soft open like that, it's still right at the right, and there's no blade stick at all. It's really easy to disengage. Now, give it a good hard open, and it's still right at the same spot, and really easy to disengage. It's buttery smooth. It's very consistent through the entire. So, open pillar construction. Some people will bitch. They say that they don't like the fact that these are screwed straight through into titanium, and that, well, if I take the knife apart, then, and I have to screw back in, I can strip out the titanium. Guess what, jackhole? You're not supposed to take the knife apart. If you have problems with it, send it back to Medford. That's how the knife was designed. If you want to use, do something against the manufacturer's recommendations and you strip out the titanium, that's on you. Okay? Greg Medford designed this knife so that if it is to be taken apart, it is to be taken apart by his people that know what the hell they're doing. So, if they're going to be taken apart, they'll take it apart. I have had no issues with this one. I had issues with my Praetorian. I sent it back. The issues were fixed post haste. I think I sent my knife to them on a I sent it on a Friday. I think they got it on a Monday. I had it back by Friday. So, I mean, it was the turnaround time with their customer service is amazing. A little bit more about this knife. Titanium, awesome. D2 steel. People will bitch about D2. I tell you, it is the toughest damn thing. I love it. It takes an amazing edge. I sharpen this. I love it. G10 never had an issue with. So, I mean, if you want the toughest possible knife that you can buy and you can still take it out and beat the crap out of it and not have to worry, I mean, yes, it is a $425 knife. It is a little spendy. You can probably get them for a little bit less if you look for one used or whatever, or, float around on Fleabay. But, is it worth it? Absolutely. Wholeheartedly, I endorse it 100%. So, in my opinion, best hard use knife you can buy. Would I go for one of his higher end models? I've been wanting Marauder forever. That's kind of one of my grail knives. I've seen some people that had problems with their Marauders. That's great. If you don't like your Marauder, you're more than welcome to send it to me, and I will take it happily. It's probably one of the knives that I want most in the world. But anyway, so yeah, that's kind of my overview and my opinions of the Medford 187 DP. Hope maybe I talked somebody into buying one. I think they're amazing. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, and hope you guys have a great day.